All right, so I am in Punta Cana, and let me put this light on. Let me find the light. What light is it? Is it this one? No, that's one of them. What's this? This? Oh God, where is the light? There's a light. I just don't know where it is. Maybe this is it. Hold on. Is this the light? There we go. That's the light. All right. So you guys can get a chance to see. This is the full. I was sitting down doing the video, but this is the full view of me now. I'm still wearing this garment that you have to wear for 3 months. When you have liposuction, I'm still very much swollen right up and through here and up and through here. But I had lipo of my abdomen, right? I had lipo of the flanks, so there's a little situation happening. And then I had what's called Gynecomastia, which is to get rid of all the fat pockets that were in, there you go, that's a better view. All the fat pockets that were in my chest area. So this is a view of the new Darius compared to the old. Still got a lot of work to do on the body, you know what I'm saying, like exercise and whatnot, but at least a lot of those problem areas that I had are greatly reduced and greatly eliminated. All right. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Darius from DariusCooks.tv, and there's been a lot of talk lately about my weight loss journey. I've been pretty vocal about it, and it seems like you guys have either come to your own conclusions or you have a bunch of misunderstandings. So I'm setting out to clear the entire record and answer your questions about my weight loss journey. Okay, it's been a very interesting one, and I've done some very interesting choices, and apparently y'all got a lot to say about it. So let's go ahead and get with answering some of the questions. Now, before I get started, let me just say this video is sponsored by Above 701. So if you're looking for a credit score above 701, let me help you out. You can get started today. Look at your neighbor and say today, okay? For only $9. Okay, you can get started for $9. Then it's $199 a month for the next 5 months. But you can get started for $9. Just go to this link. It is above701.com/keto, Keto. All right, above701.com/keto, Keto. There's the video, information, the whole bit on that page. You can only get the special above701.com/keto. All right. Let's get started. So the other day, or yesterday, I guess it is, or I don't know when you're watching this. I'm recording this on Sunday, but so yesterday, Saturday, I asked a bunch of people to leave comments about questions they had, and you have a lot of questions, I have a lot of answers. So let's go, okay? First question, am I really in the Dominican Republic? Yes, I really am in Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. I don't know why that seems to be such an issue for a lot of people to grasp. It is what it is. I am here spending time with family and friends, and I wanted to create these memories because you just don't know when you will have this opportunity again. One of my friends lives in Phoenix, Arizona, who traveled all the way down here to hang out, and then some folks are from Chicago. So I want to spend time with them, and to be honest with you, we're at a premium resort where there have been no issues whatsoever. Yes, I've been reading the news, but I also feel like this. I mean, last night or yesterday, and either yesterday or Friday. Yes, Friday. Friday in Chicago, 21 people were shot, 2 of them killed in Chicago. And, you know, people still go to Chicago every day. I don't see Chicago people moving and leaving and all that. So I think it's about being careful. Things can happen anywhere you go. So, I mean, put it into perspective. People are dying in the U.S. by homicide. I mean, by the droves. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to come and hang out with my people in a really nice place that I've come to for the last, 4 or 5 years, like every year, sometimes twice a year. So yes, I am in the Dominican Republic. I'm not here to have surgery, okay? That was from last week when I was in Atlanta. The reason I said that on my social media was because so many people had comments and opinions and sometimes it drives me crazy. And then y'all believe, a lot of people believe whatever they want to believe. So people will hear part of the story and they'll make up something, or they'll hear me say part of something in an explanation. Like if the full story is 100%, I'm gonna give you 20% in a quick soundbite. People take that 20% and think it's the whole truth and run with it. So I'm like, all right, let me put it out here. Let me see how far people gonna run. And oh my God, people completely ran. And also, you get a chance to see who the real haters are, okay? Because in the comments, it wasn't no, oh, Darius, I'm gonna pray for you. Oh, we praying for you for your healing. No, it wasn't none of that. It was, I can't believe you. Get your mind right. Your mind is messed up. This, I'm like, damn. Who are these people following me? Jesus. Okay. So anyway, I'm here for family and friends, not for surgery. All right. Next question. How much does the liposuction cost? Well, it depends. I guess it depends on what you get. So I got liposuction of the abdomen, right? And then liposuction of the flanks. So you can see how it's like a little thinner over there now. And I also got what's known as Gynecomastia, which when I was bigger than what I am now, I developed fatty pockets in my chest area, which wasn't cute to walk around as a male with an A cup. So I wanted to have that removed. So you could either have, for gynecomastia, it could be fat or it could be tissue, either one. We don't know until they dig in. If it's tissue, they go in, they cut it out. If it's fat, they could just go in and suck it out and then, whatever. So those two procedures, I think cost me somewhere around 10 grand. But that was just for like the doctor was like 10 grand. And I think I paid like another $4,000 or $5,000 for like the hospital and the anesthesiologist. And then a couple $100 for like the heart doctor, because you got to be cleared for the heart. A couple dollars for the blood test. So you got to go through all these processes. So if your surgeon is good, they'll make you get your heart checked first. They'll make you do a blood test to make sure everything's good with your blood and whatnot, to make sure you're a good candidate for surgery, because not everybody is a good candidate for surgery, and you don't want any risks. So based on all that stuff, I don't know, 15 G's maybe, about-ish, maybe, okay? Is there a significant cost between the DR and the US? I have no idea. I have no idea. I would never get major elective surgery outside of the United States of America. I mean, I would probably get it in like London, Germany, China, you know what I mean? Like something like that. But I would never get major elective surgery like outside. I would not come to the Dominican Republic for major elective surgery. So I don't know how much it costs. I just think the extra precaution is important. And whatever it costs to get it done extra in the States, I'm going to get it done in the States. All right. Where did I have the procedure done? So I had two procedures. I know you guys are curious about both. I had VSG, which is vertical sleeve gastrectomy. That's where they go in, they cut away 80% of your stomach and leave you with like 20% of a stomach. That was done in Atlanta at the surgery center up in Johns Creek. And then I had my liposuction and gynecomastia. That was done in at Cumming. So Northside Forsyth Hospital is like one of the facilities that my doctor uses. So each surgeon will have either like a hospital they go to or surgery center, depending upon if there are any risks involved. I guess the more risk prone you are, the more apt they're going to be to have your procedure done in a hospital in case anything goes wrong, or just precaution. So mine was done at the hospital. Yep. And when you go to the hospital also has they have requirements, and they required that I stay overnight. So I actually stayed overnight in the hospital so that they can monitor me before I was released to go home. All right. Who did it and how did I recover so quickly? So my first surgery was done by Dr. William Johnson from Atlanta Bariatrics in Johns Creek. I guess, was it a quick recovery? I mean, I guess so. I went in for the procedure at like 7. By like 11:30, I was on my way home from the procedure, like just getting out of, waking up for anesthesia. they get you in and get you out, and I was down with that surgery like a half a day or something like that, like 36 hours. I was like down, and then you steadily, build yourself back up. It wasn't that difficult at all. I'd do that again if I had to. I don't have to, but I would. The liposuction in gynecomastia is a little bit. Gynecomastia is not that bad. The liposuction, a little interesting. Because what they do is they, like, I guess, I mean, I'm there, but I'm not there, right? So I really wasn't there. So I don't really know what she did. I know what I looked like when I came to, and I know what she explained to me. So I'm going to try to make it make sense. We'll see. Basically, as they suck out the fat from your body, they put this fluid, this tumescent fluid inside of you. And I guess there's only so much of this fluid they can use at any given time. So they put this stuff inside of you. Well, she never closes the holes, right? Because the fluid is supposed to keep you from bleeding and feeling pain and, whatever. It's necessary, right? So what happens is, like, when you stand up, the purpose of the holes is so that the fluid drains out of you, okay? So literally, like, the next 24 hours after surgery, you're leaking, okay? So I had the surgery at like 1 o'clock. I was in the 1 p.m. I didn't get out the bed. I didn't get out the bed and stand up until probably like the next morning. And when I stood up, it was just splat, like a rip. You could hear the liquid falling from my body and just falling on the floor, like splat, 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 splat. That was interesting. It was very interesting. And then they put the gauze on you, and you leak a little bit more, but most of it is like after 24 hours, you're pretty much done being leaky, okay? Recovery and quickly. So it's not that difficult of a surgery, right? If you think about, like, it's a major surgery because you're under anesthesia, but it's not like they went in to remove a liver or they went in to, take out a kidney or something like that. I mean, she goes like right under your skin or something like that and just takes the fat out. So it's not that difficult of a surgery. So the recovery time isn't as long as people may think it is. She just required that I not fly on an airplane for 7 days. And that was pretty much about it. I mean, I think I came home from surgery. Surgery was on like a Monday. I came home Tuesday night. I was at the grill barbecuing steaks and chicken for people. So the recovery time really wasn't that bad. It's a week without flying, but it hurts. It's a little pain. I was taking Percocet. I stopped that because I didn't like the way they made me feel. But it feels like for 4 hours she has a cannula inside of you. Blunt trauma to the body. So the body has to recover from that. So that's a bit tough. So anyway, and even now I'm still a little painful here and there and a little itchy from the healing and stuff. But, I don't know. What does that say? Beauty is pain and pain is beauty, whatever. I'm here, okay? How am I feeling? Does it affect my eating? Do I not want food or have an appetite anymore? So I feel fine. With the occasional pain. At first couple days, it was easy. Once I sat, it was easy. Once I stood, it was when I maneuvered where it caused the most pain. But other than that, now, days out, a week out, I'm fine. Does it affect my eating? Yes and no. So the vertical sleeve gastrectomy affected my eating because you physically can't eat as much as you used to eat anymore. And every day is a different day. Everybody's different. Some days you can eat a full plate of food. Some days 3 bites and you're completely done. It depends on what it is you're eating. If you're eating starchy foods, fatty foods, you might be able to eat less of that, or if you space it out. So you got to know your own eating pattern, your own habit. Everybody's different. So really, I'll be very honest, there is no one approach fits all when it comes to how you feel after you have weight loss surgery, because some days I can eat 3 tacos, right? And then some days I can eat half of 1 taco and be completely stuffed. So every day is a different day. It just depends on what's going on. The liposuction does not really affect my appetite, except I have to wear this compression garment that I have on, and it is very tight. So obviously, you feel full because you're restricted. You're constricted in the garment. All right. Do I not want food or have an appetite anymore? No, I have an appetite. I definitely have an appetite. I physically don't have the space to eat that much anymore. And I don't eat as much as I used to eat. I think on a good day, if I could consume 1,200 calories on a good day, I'm good. Some days it's less than that. Very rarely is it more than that. But you get into your own habit on what you can and can't consume and how many calories make sense for you. So typically like 1,200, I'm good. I don't really deprive myself. I mean, if I want a slice of cake, I eat a slice of cake. You know what I'm saying? If I want a scoop or two of ice cream, I get a scoop or two of ice cream. But I will tell you now, though, I just don't have the desire. Like, I remember I went to the ice cream shop the other week, and I got 2 scoops because I'm used to always getting 2 scoops of ice cream. So I got 2 scoops of ice cream. I literally ate like 1 scoop, and I threw the other scoop away. You know what I mean? Like, I had no desire for it anymore. I didn't want it. It was just like going to waste. So I do see myself changing in ways that I'm like, did Darius just throw away ice cream? Or I go to Popeyes, I'll order, 2 pieces of chicken and, a Diet Pepsi or something. You know what I mean? Like, because all you want is a little something to hold you over, So again, everybody's different, all right? Does surgery make you vomit? I have not had any issues vomiting. I also have not had any issues overeating either, right? So I think if you overeat, I think that will cause the vomiting, but I haven't attempted to overeat. Now, I've gotten very full because the food be good, okay? But you got to know your limit, and you have to know when, like, all right, enough's enough. Let me slow down. Let me stop, okay? At what point did I decide to have the second surgery, and how did I pick my surgeon? Let me see. At what point did I decide to have the surgery? It actually was like a couple of weeks ago. Like, I was in Cancun and I was like, I should get liposuction because I have been looking at like the way my body was being shaped and formed after I had lost like 100 pounds. I'm like, I'm developing like these fat pockets right here, and working out ain't really cutting it. And I just want another option. This was looking bad, and I'm just like, I don't like this, the way I'm starting to look naked. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what can I do? And then I thought about it. I was like, you can go get, liposuction and go get, a tummy tuck, or go get something to sort of, knock it all out. And that's exactly what I did. So that was the time frame. I literally decided like not even a full month ago to go do it. And I picked my surgeon because she was referred to me by a friend. People keep asking, who's the surgeon? Her name is Dr. Myla Bennett from Adara Bella Plastic Surgery and Medical Spa. She is a board-certified plastic surgeon based out of Johns Creek, Georgia. And she's got really great results with a lot of her clients. Staff is great, office is great, so it just made sense to go check her out. Now, she don't take insurance, so if you're going to go see her, cash or credit. Amen. All right. What kind of diet do you have after the sleeve? I really don't adhere to any diet. I mean, for a minute I was doing vegan, and then for a minute until I went on vacation, I was doing keto, which I'm going to jump back on keto because the sugar is killing me. So I really don't have like any special weight loss, vertical sleeve, bariatric diet that I adhere to. Obviously, the doctor wants you to eat more protein than anything else, so they recommend protein, just because you don't have the capacity that you used to have, and protein is pretty important in the human diet. So I just do like keto stuff, like grilled meats, grilled veggies, roasted meats, roasted veggies. That's it. I mean, a half plate of food, you full anyway for right now, so that's kind of how it goes for me. All right. Let's see. What was the recovery and pain like for VSG? It wasn't bad at all. I mean, the only thing is when you have vertical sleeve gastrectomy, what they do is they basically fill your abdomen up with air so that they can poke around and stuff and do stuff. Well, when they're done, like, they don't suck the air out. So the air has to get absorbed through your body, your pores and stuff. Let me tell you, for 36 hours after surgery, that air is trapped and it's horrible. You can't pass gas because it's not in your intestine, but you can feel it trying to move. So they want you to walk so that you can absorb it. Yo, that was bad. That was bad. But after that, it was a breeze, to be honest with you. So 36 hours of a little bit of pain. After that, I was good to go. All right. Did I have any health problems before, and how was I cleared for surgery? Great question. No, I had a slightly elevated blood pressure, but at 420 something pounds, I didn't have any health issues because I had the procedure when I was 36, right? So I was still relatively young at 36 years old, so no health issues had happened yet. However, we all know that the longer you keep the weight on and the older you get, the more issues that you can develop and have. So I'm sure diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, all that was around the corner, and I didn't want to go into my 40s having to deal with any of that. So I was like, let me squash this now while I'm still in my 30s. Okay? How was I cleared for surgery? Same deal. Blood test, psychological evaluation, and that's it. That was it. It was real simple. It was simple. Also, I didn't pay for either surgery with insurance. I paid out of pocket. So I think that's also the difference when you pay out of pocket. Because my vertical sleeve gastrectomy, I think I called them on like, I don't know, like, let's call it like the 3rd of the month. And I think by like the 15th or 16th of the month, like 2 weeks later, I had to have the procedure done. So I think, you know, if you pay with insurance, it's like 6 months, a year. If you're self-pay with cash, 2 weeks, you done, you know? So, hey, it is what it is. Did I have lipo or skin removal? Is that the same? So liposuction and skin removal are not the same. If you could imagine, so just imagine being bigger, being overweight, right? So you're bigger, you're overweight, and you have all this volume in your body, right? Volume. The volume goes away because the fat was there, so now you're deflated. So I started feeling and looking very deflated around parts of my body. I'm still a bigger guy, right? I'm still just above 300 pounds. I'm also 6'4". So I'm not a slim guy by any means. I'm just more leaner than what I was. But anyway, I had been deflated in certain areas, and then where the deflation wasn't, there was also like pockets of just fat. So I started being ill-formed and ill-shaped. You could approach that in a couple ways. You could go in, cut away the fat, cut away the skin, tie it up, suture it, and you have like, you know, skin tightening and all that. That's a much riskier procedure, much more expensive procedure, and I guess it's more invasive, so you have more risks involved. So like you have to be on bed rest a little longer, and there's more risk for infection and yada, 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 right? Or the way my surgeon described it to me is she could just do liposuction, like heavy liposuction in a lot of the problem areas. And because I was young, decent physiology, decent elasticity in my skin, the skin has a tendency to, you know, wrap itself around the flesh. So as long as you take proper care, you might like the benefits of the results from just the liposuction alone. She did say that, you know, give it 3 months. If you don't like those results and you want to go back for, you know, cutting the skin, let's discuss that in 3 months. But for now, just do the lipo and see how you feel after that. And I got to be honest with you. She was kind of right. It kind of looks really good. Like my chest looks really good the way it is. And my abdomen, the swelling is starting to go down more. So that's starting to look really good. And to be honest, it encourages me to kind of get back in the gym, because whatever, you know, I feel like she couldn't do, I'm sure I could do on my own with a little bit of working out. So that was the decision, the reason as to why we made the decision to go lipo versus going full cut, tummy tuck, yada, yada, yada. Okay? Let's see. What do I wish someone would have told me? About vertical sleeve gastrectomy, I think the biggest issue is, first of all, everybody's different. Don't look at anybody else's results and think those are going to be your results, number one. Number two, it is a mind shift that has to happen. There are days that I still think I can eat a plate of food, like a whole plate. I will pile it up, and then 3 bites in, be like, I'm stuffed. That takes a while to adjust for your mind to catch up. So I think that was the biggest thing that nobody ever told me, and I had to learn was like, grant yourself some grace. Your mind has to catch up. You won't click overnight. You've been overeating 36 years of your life. It's going to take you a couple of years to really get it into motion. So now, like I'm here at the resort, I can go to the buffet, grab 2 or 3 things, go have a seat, and I'm done. I'm good. You know what I mean? So there you go. Okay. Will I continue to have liposuction? I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier and asking myself, will I continue to have liposuction? My biggest problem, because I feel like I look really good, okay? Personally, I feel like physically I look good. I'm not an ugly guy. And I feel like the problem areas that I had that I didn't like, I feel like liposuction took care of that for me. Would I do it again in the future if I needed to? Yes, I probably would. But I don't know if I'm gonna continue having it on any other place in my life. I feel good with where everything else is. I feel good with where everything landed. Like I'm decent. I feel fine. So, would I do it again if I needed to? Yeah. Will I continue to do it? I don't think I need to. So probably not. Did your gynecomastia surgeon specialize in African Americans? I wouldn't say she specialized in African Americans because I feel like a body is a body, and I feel like male gynecomastia is male gynecomastia regardless of what your ethnicity is. But I do know she has a lot of African American patients, and she herself is African American. So, there was that connection. But I don't think there's like she specialized per se. I don't think so. How do I feel about the scarring? Okay, so the scarring actually isn't that bad, to be honest with you. So you have to wear this garment, right? So I still have problem here. Like I still have the loose skin here. This is from surgery. I mean, this is from losing the weight. This doesn't go away, by the way. You can do skin tightening and all that, but this used to be full of fat. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I still got a couple of, I'm not perfectly shaped. I got a couple of issues. But for the most part, I could deal with this. This I could deal with, you know what I mean? But the other stuff I had going on, I couldn't deal with that. Anyway, so this is, I'm gonna show you a little bit. The garment that I have to wear, and hold on. It's a little tight, Doc. Okay, and all right, this is my chest. This is all still swollen and I'm still bunched up in this garment, but this is where she went in and this is where she took out the fat from my chest area. So as you can see, this is where the gynecomastia surgery happened, and this is the scarring that's left. It will continue to heal and it will continue to go away. But if you look at I couldn't even post earlier photos, and it's still swollen too, but I couldn't even post earlier photos because this literally was like a whole breast. Like it was sitting down, like it would drag down. Now, if I stood up or, gave you the right view, you could see that I don't have what I used to have anymore in terms of that. So I'm pretty happy about that. So that's the way it looks now, just from having gone to the, you see, look at that. So it's healing, and it's healing beautifully, but those were the incisions that were made for the surgery. Okay. All right. So, was I required to lose weight? No, I wasn't required to lose weight at all. I know some surgeons require you to lose weight before you have your VSG surgery. My surgeon did not require me to lose any weight, so I was cool with that. I didn't have to lose weight. I was decent with just the way I was. So, there you go. Let's see. How do I feel about what Chef Tina Gray had to say about me promoting keto but attributing weight loss to surgery? I don't really care what people got to say, to be honest. I never once attributed any weight loss to surgery, to keto. I said proper diet and exercise, which really is whatever you deem is proper diet and exercise for you. And I could really care less. I never once said I was doing keto to lose weight. I never once even gave a reason as to why I was doing keto. I never gave a reason to why I was doing vegan. I think people just assume what they want to assume without ever, asking or whatever the case may be. I never said one thing or the other. All I basically said was I was doing keto and I was doing vegan. That was it. Okay? I don't know why people form these opinions and conclusions, but they do. And, it is what it is. Ain't nothing I can do about that. All right. All right. Last question is, do I take vitamins every day? I take a multivitamin every single day. And the multivitamin is required for vertical sleeve because you're not eating like you used to eat. So you're not getting in your nutrients, your vitamins. So they make you take a multivitamin every day. All right. All right, y'all. Those are my questions. I'm going to... again, I'm here, I'm available. You can leave comments, the whole bit, this will be all over my social media. And hopefully I'm helping someone by being transparent about my journey and about what made sense for me. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll make sure to reply and answer your questions. All right? Remember, if you want a credit score above 701, go to above701.com/keto, Keto. That's above701.com/keto. $9 holla to get started, okay? And then it's $199 a month for 5 months, but it'll get you a credit score above 701. All right? 2 things I want to tell you, as I always do, y'all. Food is my life. Life is my food. Until next time, I want to wish you a happy cooking from my heart to yours. Bye, y'all.